Hey, what's up? It's Martay, and today I'm talking about boundaries with the opposite sex. Before I get started, make sure you subscribe. I definitely love to stay connected with you guys. I want to just start with saying I am not a master of this, but I will say I was not raised knowing anything about boundaries, whether it was with the opposite sex or with my parents or with...
Well, I knew if I messed up with my mom, I'd get a whooping. That's like for sure.
It was in love. I just didn't really ever have talks from anybody who was mentoring me, my own parents, about here's a boundary you should have. Boundaries was not even a word in my vocabulary until late 20s, which I'm in right now. So it was really interesting when I started really thinking about boundaries with the opposite sex. And I knew I needed to because I started to become really interested in the opposite sex. Not that I haven't ever been, but even more so in my late 20s. And so I actually picked up this book. It's called Love, Sex, and Lasting Relationships by Chip Ingram.
Super good.
Thank you, Chip. Chip actually lives really close to me, which is kind of cool. He talks about 4 components in a relationship that we all experience. The first one is you get emotionally attached to that person. Second one is you introduce them into your social sphere, meaning your friends and your family. You introduce them to those people. Third one, you get physical with them, having sex.
Let's not even beat the pan around the bush there.
And the fourth one is, I'm blanking right now. And the fourth one is finding out about their spirituality. Do they love God? Now, our society in America has pretty much tailored it to where we get emotionally connected first, right? We talk a lot on the phone. We get to know them. We're texting late at night, just constantly just thinking about them. Emotions are tangled up. You're feeling like, I love this person, I like them, whatever. And then secondly, you get physically involved with them, and then you move on to introduce them to your family and friends. And then you ask them about like hardcore beliefs. Do you believe in God? How do you view money? All this stuff. Usually by that time, it's too late. You, as a soulful person, we all have a soul, right? Your soul is totally wrapped up in that person. And for you, if you have a major like controversy or collision of beliefs, it's really hard to separate yourself from that person because all of a sudden you've already had sex with them, you've already introduced them to all your families, you're super emotional. It's just a lot. It's a whole lot, and we know that. Chip proposes something a bit different in his book, which I have never heard, and I feel like I should have many years ago. Chip says you have to actually rewire those 4 things and put them in a different order. You start with the major beliefs, with the spiritual aspect of that person. Do they believe in God? Because if you believe in God and your whole world is wired to believe in God, somebody who's an atheist and you dating them, it might not be the best match. It probably isn't, to be honest with you. Let's just liken it to, hey, I love to go hiking. And another person that I go to date, or the person that I go to date, is absolutely vehemently against hiking. I might really be hurt down the road because my whole world revolves around hiking. I love to go hiking. I love to do that, but this person doesn't. And that's gonna hurt after a while, and it's gonna separate us, and we're gonna have a lot of conflict. And just the world's views that we have are gonna be a lot different. So same thing with the God factor. Finances, how do they view finances? How do they view how they're going to use their life? Are they gonna be a missionary one day? Are they gonna just work for corporate America all their lives? What does it look like? Because you're gonna be with that person all of your life if you really do look forward to making this relationship something that's lasting. And I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to like just date to have fun. Like, I want somebody there. And I think at the core of many of us, we feel that way. I mean, some of you might be on a fun spree or whatever, and I've been there, but that's just really painful after a while. Now, the second thing you do is you introduce them into your family sphere. And this is tough, because if you have a family like mine, they're a little crazy.
Like cray-cray, for real.
So introducing somebody that you just met, that you're trying to see if they like you and all this stuff, into this atmosphere of here's all my friends and family, can feel really crazy. But honestly, it could not be
I don't know. What are the words I'm trying to say?
It could not be better for you. Your friends and family, if they really are your friends and they really love you as family, they have your back. They're gonna be able to say, hey, yo, I saw that dude, the way he treated the waiter when you went to the bathroom, he was so disrespectful. I can't see you with somebody like that in the long run. They'll speak up. They'll tell you the truth. They'll say, oh, wow, he's not on your level, girl. Like, I know he's cute and I know he has a lot going for himself, but like you are up here and he's way down here intellectually, or you're up here spiritually and he's down here, and it's gonna be a huge gap. And not that God can't do that, but do you really want to walk down that road with him? Good things to evaluate. And your friends and family, absolutely critical to be in on this process. And let's just be honest, I know a lot of us want to do life alone, and it's so much easier because it's just easy to be a lone ranger, but it's so much more isolating and painful down the road when all you do is live life alone. So I encourage you to embark on cultivating community and being with people, because I've begun to do that in my own life, and it's amazing. There's just so much less heartache in the long run. It's beautiful. And the third thing Chip talks about is then you go ahead and get emotionally connected to this person, get to know them and get to enjoy them, and really, you know, take upon yourself that kind of like burden of talking about their day with them and carrying that with them and praying for them and getting to know them and just really kind of falling in love emotionally. That's totally fine to go ahead and do that. And then you should probably get married if you really are serious about this person. And after that, the fourth thing, go ahead and physically explore each other. Have sex, go crazy, do what you want. Not only does Chip talk about that in this book.
He's not paying me to do this, okay? I really like this book.
But he talks about not only the spiritual aspect, but the physical aspect and the science aspect. He has examples, and I love the science aspect of how like statistics actually prove that waiting till you're married and introducing people to your community before you actually have sex actually improves relationships and keeps them around for longer and makes them last, as opposed to the opposite. There's science behind it, guys. There's numbers, and that is cool to me. Make sure you check out the book. Make sure you subscribe, and yeah, let's dig in a little deeper. I'm always interested to know what you guys have to say, so please leave a comment in the comments below, and let's talk about what you think about your boundaries. All right, talk to you guys later. Peace out. Well, I knew if I messed up with my mom, I'd get a whooping. That's like for sure. It was in love.